At 7:05 a.m. on February 19, 1955, TWA Flight 260 took off from the Albuquerque airport, for a short flight to Santa Fe. To avoid flying over the Sandia Mountains, the plane's approved air route was a dogleg running north-northwest, from Albuquerque, then east-northeast into But at 7:08 a.m. Flight 260 was headed directly toward Sandia Ridge, almost entirely obscured by storm clouds. A local resident, who saw Flight 260 overhead, observed that if the plane was eastbound, it was too low; if it was northbound, it was off course. At 7:12 a.m. the plane's Duran morning bell sounded its alarm. Both pilots saw the sheer west face of the Sandias just beyond the right wingtip, an appalling shock, considering they should have been 10 miles further west. Reacting instantly, they rolled the plane steeply to the left, pulled its nose up, and started to level the wings. It was their final act. Hidden by the storm, another cliffside lay directly ahead. When they struck it, they were still in a left bank, nose high. In a secluded canyon, tucked into Sandia Peak, above Albuquerque, New Mexico, a sign and wreckage commemorate the 1955 crash of Trans World Airlines Flight 260. The flight, a Martin 40,4, left Albuquerque Airport on February 19 at 7 a.m. 10 minutes later, the plane crashed into Sandia Peak, killing all aboard, 13 passengers and 3 crew. The National Transportation Safety Board later determined a failure of the navigational instruments as the cause of the crash. Though the bodies of the victims were removed, much of the mechanical wreckage remains at the site, as well as a sign recording the details of the disaster and the names and hometowns of the victims. The site is located in a narrow ravine near the top of the mountain. The famous Sandia Peak tramway cable car travels above the site. Nowadays, you can easily hike to the crash site and witness a tragic part of New Mexico's history. To get to the site, take the Domingo Baca TWA Canyon Trail up the mountain. The 3.5-mile trail to the site is a moderate to strenuous climb through the Cibola National Forest. Sections of the trail are difficult to follow, so a map or directions are recommended. A small creek flows along the trail route. In some months,